Ganga, that will persistence manifested as flow of energy. We will see the richness of Ganga as Ganga Lahari through a Nritya Seva by Kumari Daksha Swaminathan Ramesh from Adelaide, our dear Mai, will bring to us, oh, Ganga has come to us to give us darshan. If Ganga came, I can imagine Ganga now as Shantanu's wife, how Shantanu got just all enchanted by Ganga. That's how she would have looked, like the way you are. And in the Mahabharata, it is said, Ganga became Shantanu's wife, and together they had 7 sons. And Ganga had said, you will not ask me any question. This was the condition, mind you, she gave her husband. And he said, yes, I will not ask you any questions. I will simply trust you that you are doing good for me and the clan of Manu. And that is a lesson that all of us need to also learn and imbibe, that the Purusha and the Prakriti work as team, just as how Shantanu trusted Ganga, and Ganga had the faith that Shantanu has absolute trust in her. The 7 sons of Manu were given liberation when she drowns each one of them. And then comes the 8th, Deva Vrata. He is a boon, got out of that steadfastness, Vrata. The energy of Deva Vrata is so much that Shantanu can't help but himself ask a question. And Ganga says, right now, I will bring back Deva Vrata to you the day your question is answered to your own self by yourself. You will understand the purpose. So she takes away Ganga, takes away Deva Vrata. She writes, there are a lot of alligators in Ganga. They are called the Gharials. They are Makara, they are not crocodiles. It is called Makara, the Vahana of Ganga. The Gharial, as we call it. They have long snout and it's different. It does not look like just the crocodile. Yes, we are very special. The creation we celebrate. She rides the Makara and takes Deva Vrata and brings him back at the right time to hand him over to Shantanu and says, here, he is Bhishma. He is embodiment of persistence and steadfastness. He will become the king, don't question. So we have Bhishma Pitamaha, who guided us as the son of Ganga. Ramayana காலத்துல கங்காவை ஸ்ரீராமர் பூஜை பண்ணிருக்கார். I will sing the verses later. I will hand it over to the Ganga, the enchantress, the indomitable, the inundated energy.
Perhaps the greatest force of nature, of femininity known to mankind is Ganga. Even the other goddesses that we worship, there is a story of their creation, of how all the energies come together and form the greatest feminine energy. I, of course, am an ardent upasaki of Devi. But even to me, the most powerful natural force, the phenomena who is formidable and indomitable, is Ganga. Durga is an amalgamation of multiple energies. Ganga is a headstrong, forcible, powerful force to reckon. And I think that's why she's so beautiful. You are beautiful when you are sure of yourself. And nobody greater than Ganga to show us that. Ganga, I think, also draws that energy, that strength, that force, that magnificence, that glory from being a yogi herself. Everybody thinks of Ganga in two ways: one, as the remover of sins; two, as this, in Telugu, we call it Mondi. Mondi means Ziddi in Hindi. She's very headstrong. So there's two perceptions of Ganga. But what we forget about Ganga is that she's a yogi herself. She's wild, but all that wild energy comes from being in that highest state of consciousness, which is surety of who she is and what her purpose of existence is. With no further ado, I'll get into my Devanrityam existence as Ganga. This is probably my favorite. And it is, today I'll be doing two pieces, obviously stitched together just as Ganga is an inclusive force. She's very sure of herself, but she's also very inclusive. North, south, east, west, sab kuch Ganga mein aa jata hai. So Ricky Cage is a Grammy Award winning artist. His version of Adi Shankaracharya's Stotram on Ganga, sung by Shankar Mahadevan, followed by, of course, our dear darling Jalandhara. Just a snippet from that, all in Devanrityam as Ganga. Let me know if the audio is wide.
Yes, Mai, we can hear. You're looking so beautiful, and we are eager to see your magnificent and stubborn Ganga.
Thank you.
Can you play the audio? It's not audible for me. Is it audible for others?
It'll start. It'll play. It'll play on its own.
She's enabled the computer audio. So settings.
Can I request everyone else to be mute, please?
दिव्याम् शीततोया शैवला भगवती गंगे त्रिभुवन तारिणी तरल तरंगे देवी सुरेश्वरी भगवती गंगे त्रिभुवन तारिणी तरल तरंगे शंकर मौली विहारिणी विमले मम मदिरास्तां तव पद कमले अलकानंदी परमानंदी कुरु करुणामय कातरवंगे तव तट निकटे यस्य निवासः खलु वैकुंठे तस्य निवासः
Shri Janaki
Namami Gange. Goose pimples. Ganga cannot come alive into all our homes. Today we had Ganga Avatarana into our homes. So many years ago, Thiruvisanallur, Ayyawal brought Ganga into his home. Mahan Shri Puttaparthi Baba Sai Baba brought Ganga to Puttaparthi. Today, Anandotsava has brought Ganga into all our homes.
God.
Namami Gange, Hara Hara Gange. I just feel like doing a huge salutations because I'm visualizing that Ganga who is flowed as Alakananda, Bhagirathi, Jannavi, and as Ganga. How did he capture her like that? And how she just flowed? She just jumps out of his locks. My God, that you are such a blessed child, blessed soul, blessed Upasaki. That God, I think Mahadeva sent you as that Rudra Kanya to just live all that he wants to convey to the world in simple visual medium as Nrityam, Geetam, Vedam, as everything. What more can we all say? I think all of us today has sitting with us and who will be watching the recording. All of us, if through a virtual medium, if this impact can be created, everybody keeps asking us, Zoom leya, live, adana seriya varuma. Even some, people hesitate to come. Ayyo na Zoom lala adamate. But it is possible that you can bring this. Like this.
We were really awestruck, Mai. We are waiting for that moment where that creativity can be shown and exemplified, and when in the Jatamudi of Shiva, you showed how the Ganga was caught and how she flowed. It was I have never seen any such single person production of the Ganga origin.
Magnum opus, Ilya.
And then the Aarti also, the Ganga Aarti also she completed. Oh my God, it is just
yes,
amazing.
That's very rightly put across, Ramya, because it's not because she is one of our own, and but it as an audience, this way there is a magnum opus. It's like a Broadway theater, Madri. Whether it was the Vachika Abhinaya, the Geetam, the amalgamation, I would say, not the Sangama. Yes, the Sangama is how a confluence of Bhagirathi and Alakananda and confluence of Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati at Prayag in Allahabad. The confluence of that music, Geetam, from Ricky Cage to Mysore Maharaja's Jalandhara to the final Ganga Arati music, how beautifully the confluence, I would not say confluence, I would call it an amalgamation, so Vachika Abhinaya taken care of course she spoke so well about what she was going to show. Angika Abhinaya, of course, the way she's just, in Kannada they say dhumukidalu gange. Dhumuku means just gushed and plunged into just jump with that force. So Angika Abhinaya, I mean, I don't know if someone can understand what Devanrityam and want to understand what this whole concept of Devanrityam is all about. I think it was just one show where a demonstration, a lecture, and everything said as a visual through your Angika Abhinaya. Aharyam, how can the same person Be Ganga, be the Ganga who is taken from Vishnu's toe piercing, and then the entire Ganga Avatarana she brought as one person, being the Vishnu, being Brahma, being Shiva. How that beautifully the same Ganga suddenly disappears, and then oh God, the glimpse and the vision, like in how in a Broadway, so many characters will come. Of course, then the sattva that was there, which is Rome te khade ho gaye. I mean, it is horripilation, the experience of ecstasy that we all had, the rasotpatti that you created, the sattva rasa and the rasa anubhava that we all had. I still feel there is water all around me. I'm sitting in the Ganga. I'm feeling that way, Oh, beautiful, beautiful. It's a Broadway that you gave in just a matter of not even 5 minutes, I think. Just like how Ganga just came and just, my God. Kudos to you for.
I want to add one more thing. It's definitely the magic of Devanrityam, because the foundation of Devanrityam is the most widely accepted form of devotion and worship, but the least followed and practiced as well, which is surrender. Whether it is Sufi, where we sing Manukunto Maula in Rag Bhoop, or whether it is Adi Shankara's Patitottarani, Janavi Gange, Khandita Girivara Mandita Bhange, Bhishma Janani, He Munivara Kanye, Patita Nivarini, Tribhuvana Dhanye. Everything it's done with the idea of surrender. And I think the reason why Devanrityam is impactful is simply because it is founded on the grounds of surrender. And I'd like to just share an incredible, of course, with every production we do, we have some kind of very mystical, magical experience. With Ganga, apart from experiencing the stubbornness of Ganga and the beauty of Ganga, the grace of Ganga, the glory of Ganga, the power of Ganga, the yogic glow of Ganga, all of that aside, I also experienced the healing of Ganga personally, because over the past week, I've been told by my doctor to be on bed rest because I have a severe heel wound where I have friction burned a hole into my heel, and wonderfully Ganga gushed out of me as blood and has painted my entire driveway. But that aside, my bandage ripped off the second I went and stood there. And from there, it was Ganga looking after herself. And I think what's important that we acknowledge is, one, the power of the energy that you surrender to; two, the power of surrender itself. And I also think, three, the power of water, which is Ganga. As we're invoking her, water is regarded in every form of worship and devotion as being remarkably healing. So much so that even the modern day new gen spirituality focuses on water memory, things like that. And the same Ganga, if she can flow from Akasha through down to the Himalayas and down through the Bharatavarsha, I'm sure she flows through us as well. Because somewhere all the water in the world has originated in the same place and is going to go back into the same place. I think similarly, if we try and connect our internal water, the body is supposed to be 70% water at least. If we can connect our internal water to Ganga's energy, tune a frequency like a radio, I don't think there can be anything more powerful than that. Ganga is strong. Ganga is willpower. Ganga is a yogi. Ganga is beautiful. And Ganga is healing. And it is up to us to associate with her and to surrender to her. And I think the greatest way to do that for me and for I think a lot of us would have definitely only been Devanrityam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow. Mai, how you were able to connect beyond. I think we all stop at the Ganga Aarati thinking that it ends there, but you kind of took it all the way to, our body, that we can even connect our, the 70% of our body water to the energy of Ganga. I think I think you have completely surrendered and trying to be in that energy and space for weeks. I know how excited you were even couple of weeks back that you want to, for this session today, for this episode of Ganga today. And it's just truly, I can only, think back and see how what a journey you have gone through in this last few days. Definitely, I'm very happy to hear that your wound has healed.
In a beautiful way, that in a spiritual way, if you look at it, you enjoyed yourself doing Maya Mriga, the song of Maya Mriga, just like how we all chase